In other news, North Carolina election officials ordered a do-over in the country's last undecided congressional race after a dramatic change of heart by the leading candidate. Republican Mark Harris conceded yesterday his 905-vote lead was tainted by possible election fraud. His reversal followed days of sometimes emotional testimony about alleged misdeeds by a political operative working for his campaign. David Begnaud is at the state capitol in Raleigh. David, good morning.
Bianna, good morning. Let me set the scene for you. The congressional candidate's son gets on the stand and says, I told my mom and my dad in email and on the phone that something seemed shady about this one man, and I was suspicious about what was going on. Apparently, the candidate, Mark Harris, didn't know the son was going to say that on the stand and didn't know that the emails would be entered into evidence. So when the candidate got on the stand, right as he was about to be cross-examined with that evidence, he asked for a break. And when they came back from a break, the candidate said, I had 2 recent strokes, I made some misstatements, and I'm having trouble remembering things.
It's become clear to me that the public's confidence in the 9th District seat general election has been undermined to an extent that a new election is warranted.
It was a stunning reversal by Republican Mark Harris following 4 days of witness testimony about claims of ballot fraud, allegedly involving this man, McCrae Dallas, who Harris hired to get out the vote. Dallas was accused of hiring workers to illegally collect absentee ballots, forge voter and witness signatures, and in some cases, fill out ballots for Republican candidates.
I didn't sense that.
Yesterday, Harris testified in front of the Board of Elections that he was unaware of any concerns regarding Dallas. But the tipping point was his son, who testified earlier in the week.
I love my dad, and I love my mom.
Mark Harris looked on in tears as his son John, who is an attorney himself, said he repeatedly warned his dad.
I told him in the phone call that I thought they were illegally collecting the ballots.
The younger Harris had said that on the phone and in emails. His father, realizing he was going to be questioned about it, admitted misstatements and said health issues had affected his memory. He asked the board for a new election.
Say aye.
Aye.
The head of North Carolina's GOP, Dallas Woodhouse, said the outcome is devastating.
Do you think that a new election is the right decision?
I think what we have stated is we support Dr. Harris's decision to call for a new election.
But is that the right decision?
I think because he called for it, it is the right decision.
The attorney for the Democrat candidate called the decision a win for the North Carolina voters.
They will have an opportunity to have a free and fair election that is not the product of fraud or taint.
Now, you know who people really want to hear from? McCrae Dallas, the man at the center of the investigation. He claims he's innocent, but Gayle, he refused to testify at the hearing. So what's next? A brand new election. And they're going all the way back to the beginning, the primary. But we don't know if Mr. Harris is going to run again. At the end of the day, Gayle, the 9th District is not being represented in Congress. There is nobody in that seat while this situation gets figured out.
So interesting. Oh, more to come on this story. Interesting dynamic between father and son. Thank you very much, David.